The UK's secondhand market is currently worth over £6 billion and is growing at 15% every single year. Making a consistent monthly income in this space doesn't require a warehouse, a detailed business plan, or any specialized inventory knowledge. We are going to walk through the exact 5-step blueprint to find, assess, photograph, and list your first profitable clothing item today. To execute this plan right now, you only need 3 things: a smartphone, a measuring tape, and a clear surface next to a window. Starting with exactly 0 capital completely removes financial risk. Everyday items already sitting in your house become a high-margin training ground to learn how trading actually works. Step 1 is sourcing, and your first piece of inventory is likely inside your own home. Open your wardrobe and isolate any clothing you haven't worn in the last 12 months. Because these items cost you nothing to acquire today, the final sale price, minus the platform's selling fees, translates into pure profit. Once you exhaust your own closet, the next step is visiting local charity shops. Target Tuesdays or Wednesdays, as this is when staff place the weekend's fresh donations out on the floor. When browsing the rails, ignore fast fashion brands like Primark or Shein. Instead, look for pieces that fit the quiet luxury aesthetic, high-quality, unbranded garments. This diagram shows a garment care tag, which is the actual indicator of value. You are looking for neutral-toned pieces where the tag reads 100% wool, cashmere, linen, or silk, rather than cheap acrylic blends. Prioritizing raw fabric composition over recognizable brand names allows a beginner to consistently spot valuable inventory that experienced resellers might walk right past. Before taking an item home, it must pass a strict condition check. Run your fingers along the seams for loose threads, hold the fabric under bright light to check for hidden stains, and test out every zip and button. Once it passes the physical test, you have to price it. The most important rule of resale is that you price items based exclusively on what they have already sold for in the past, not what other sellers are currently asking. Open a marketplace app, search for your item, and toggle the filter to Sold Items to reveal its true market value. Identify at least 3 comparable, successfully sold listings, then calculate the average final price, minus platform and shipping fees. This brings us to a strict financial boundary. If that projected final calculation does not leave you with a clear £3 to £5 minimum profit, then leave the item on the rack. Relying on this strict data-driven filter completely removes emotional guesswork from the process. It turns a hopeful gamble into a calculated financial transaction. Now you need to photograph the item. Lay the garment flat on a crisp white wall or plain surface, using only natural light from a nearby window. This split-screen image shows why you must turn off overhead lighting. The left side is tinted heavily yellow by indoor bulbs, which distorts the fabric colors and breaks buyer trust before they even read the description. Take a minimum of 5 specific photos: a full front shot, a full back shot, a close-up of the fabric texture, a shot of the care label, and precise documentation of any flaws. This diagram builds a title designed for the search algorithm. By combining the material, color, item type, aesthetic, and size, you create a highly searchable phrase that captures immediate buyer intent. The final physical step before publishing your listing is measuring. Take your tape measure and lay the garment flat to record the exact dimensions of the chest, the overall length, and the sleeves. Embedding those precise measurements directly into your written description is the single most effective way to cut down on returns from buyers who claim an item doesn't fit. An algorithm-optimized title pulls a buyer to your page, and accurate daylight photography paired with precise measurements closes the sale without them needing to message you with questions. Hitting publish on this first optimized listing marks day 1 of your 30-day resale plan. When that item sells, you must carefully pack it in a standard mailer and dispatch it within 24 hours to build trust and authority with the platform's algorithm. This chart shows your reinvestment strategy for the rest of the month. Take the £5 profit from your zero-cost home item and use it to buy 2 new, underpriced pieces at a charity shop, creating a compounding cycle of continuous sales. Capturing a piece of a £6 billion market does not start with a massive venture capital injection. It begins with the discipline to properly assess, photograph, and flip a single forgotten item from your own wardrobe.